Welcome back again. Today we will be taking a closer look at Dendrobium officinale, where it grows in nature and how I care for it. Dendrobium officinale originally comes from China. It could be found in the provinces Jiangxi, Anhui, Zhejiang, Fujian, Sichuan, Southeast Yunnan, Guizhou and Jiangxi. But due to massive deforestation in the 1950s, its natural growing area is reduced to mainly Sichuan, Guizhou and Yunnan. It is considered one of the most endangered species in the section Dendrobium. It grows on moss-covered limestone and on trees in the sparse woods. It is never found growing in full sun. It likes semi-shade. It grows at elevations of 1200 to 1600 meters. It's quite a small plant with slender canes. The canes rarely reach lengths of over 30 centimeters. Due to the altitude it grows on, it is classified as a cool to cold grower. It has a pronounced winter rest, situated in the colder winter months, which it needs to come into bloom. Flowers occur on the mature canes of the previous year, and sometimes on the 2-year-old leafless canes. This species is quite variable when it comes to flower color, and mainly the inside of the lip can be pale yellow or more reddish in color. The overall flower color is a pale yellow to a yellowish green. It normally has 2 to 5 flowers per flower spike, measuring 2 to 2.5 centimeters across, and are not fragrant as far as I could notice over the years. This plant is one of the oldest orchids still in my collection. I got it in the spring of 2016 as a single cane plant in very bad condition. It came from a German so-called orchid nursery. I mounted it with the base of the cane in some sphagnum moss. As you can see, the driftwood it was mounted on so many years ago is quite weathered now. Although the plant doesn't look like an old specimen plant, it really is. And over the years it produced tons of keikis. These all went to other orchid growers. The ones you see here were last year's. However, since the plant looks a bit tired now, I decided to let it grow on from the new growths from now on. This species really can take very cold growing conditions. This I found out the hard way. In spring, I normally bring out most of my orchids. At least those that can tolerate our summers outside. I live in the northern part of Belgium in Europe. Most of them are going in a sheltered area, while some stay in the open, where they get some bright morning or afternoon sun. In autumn, when night temperatures go below 10 degrees Celsius, I bring them inside for winter. Unfortunately, I had put this one a bit out of sight. It was in the back of the open area and just forgot to bring it in for winter. Due to the amount of orchids I had back then, I didn't even miss it. That following March of 2017, I went outside to clean and prepare the orchid growing areas outside again, so I gradually could bring out the orchids again, to get used to the outdoor conditions. To my surprise, I saw some tiny yellow flowers out of the corner of my eye. The forgotten Dendrobium was blooming. It had been outside all winter, sustaining rain, storms, snow and freezing temperatures. Since then, it has been growing outside all year round. Sitting on that small table, I forgot to take it from that first year. Last winter, it took a 3 centimeter coating of snow and several days at minus 15 degrees Celsius. It normally flowers in March, after its winter rest, and the flowers can last for over 2 months. This year, however, our winter went on through spring, and my old faithful one started forming its buds in the middle of March, and the first flowers opened mid-July, 2 months later than normal. As I mentioned before, this species is critically endangered in nature, but there's some good news too. This species made it to Japan and other countries in the southwest of China. You might ask why now? It's simple. Most parts of this orchid have been used in Chinese medicine for over thousands of years. Recently, Japanese and American researchers have started to investigate the healing powers of Dendrobium officinalis, and scientists have discovered that this plant has possibly anti-inflammatory, antibiotic and likely even cancer-fighting abilities. So thankfully, this little beauty is saved from extinction. I hope you enjoyed the flowers. Thanks for watching again. Hopefully, until next time.